So you've been told your entire life or observed your entire life, people who do business, or you've heard in seminars, or you've heard in from your mentors or whoever, and it's become your belief system for you to work harder, to do more, and eventually you'll have the success you want. Now, don't get me wrong, working hard is not a wrong thing. That is in itself a principle that will unlock you to the next level of success, to success rather. Right. But then the order of this is actually backwards, because what you do is you work hard, you do more, and then your expectation after that is you have more. Right. But there is something that is missing, which is the main key to greatness, to that seven-figure business that you want to build, to that business that will outlast you. It unlocks that legacy that you want to live for your kids. Right. And there's a word that every time I read it, it always was followed by having something. When you do this, you will have this, or you will have in abundance, or it will unlock this. And the word is believe. And I found that this word isn't just a simple word of wishing for something or closing your eyes and saying, I believe, I believe. It is actually an active word, a word that is capable to produce a seven-figure business or even more, a word that is capable to give you something or success beyond your wildest imagination. It's the word believe. Now, I found that this word, for me, as I interpreted this word, it's directly linked or connected to faith, where faith tells us that it has to be followed by action. But if your faith is not followed by action, then it is meaningless. Whatever it is you're doing, it's dead, it is meaningless. Right. So the word believe, I found that it's a compound word, split into two. The first part being be, and the second part being believe. Right? And these two words, the first part speaks to your identity. Being, it speaks to your identity. And the second part speaks to you doing something, your activity. And then you will have, now let me show you a scripture reference. Mark 9 verse 23, it says, everything is possible for those who believe. See what I said? There's always something for those who believe. There's always something that you will get if you believe. Whatever it is that you are seeking, if you truly believe, then it will happen. You will get it. But the key here is now the word believe. Because it says, what's the condition? For those who believe. That's the condition. You have to believe. Now, a lot of people, a lot of business leaders I've also come across, they can't believe for anything. I was one of those people. I couldn't believe for anything. I didn't understand, let alone believing for something, but I did not understand how that works. So, being aware of this word and its mechanics and how it actually works is right now unlocking opportunities that I thought would never happen. Right. So the B, if you follow in this order for whatever that you are believing for your business, it will happen. The B, let's start with this. The B speaks to your identity. The B speaks to your identity. True success starts with who you are becoming, not what you are doing. It starts with who you are becoming, not what you are doing. Please pay attention. True success, it starts with who you are becoming. That's the B, not what you are doing. If you follow the order of be, do, have, that's be, live, have. Believe, have. Those who believe will have. Those who believe nothing is impossible for them. Those who believe will have. Right. So the order is be, live, and have. Right. That's in Mark 9:23. That's true success. First, you have to be. Then you live the activity. Right. Of who you are. Then you begin to have. In anything and everything in your life, especially in your business. Right. So, as I've said, the B speaks to your identity. You talk about mindsets, belief systems, and aligning with your purpose or calling. It speaks to that. That's the word B. It speaks to your mindset. It speaks to your belief systems. It speaks to your purpose. Right. So in the previous video, I'll just put the link up here. I give a short snippet of what you need to focus on to transform your business, and that is your mindset. Right. In the next video, I'll do a video on showing you how you can actually do that. Right. Now, if you see yourself as an average person, remember we're focused on the B here. If you see yourself as an average person, you'll never build a world-class business. Period. If you see yourself as an average businessman or woman, you will never build a world-class business. Your business can never, in a million years, outgrow your mindset. Remember, the B, it's got your mindset in there, your belief systems, and you aligning with your purpose or calling. So your business will never outgrow your mindset. Now, the second part, which is live, this is now the activity where we all start. Not being, but we start with this one. Before I actually move on to the second part, in the first part, remember the B. In Proverbs 23 verse 7, it says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Heart being the mind. See, mindset. Being speaks to the mindset. What kind of mindset do you have? What kind of mindset do you have? It speaks to your being. Then you'll be able, with that mindset that you have, which filters everything according to your belief systems, then you'll start doing according to your belief systems. Now, we move on to the live, the activity, what you do. Once you know who you are, you live from that identity. Today, somebody came and said, Bongani, you are a prince of that nation. And I'm like, wait, what? And they said, those are your real parents. And I'm like, whoa. From that moment on, I will probably be excited, obviously sad, because I thought my parents were those, but obviously they're still my parents. That will never change, right? It's just an example, people. I'll probably be excited, and that identity from that day onwards, I will then live from that identity as a prince. Everything that I do will be from that identity. So whatever it is that you are doing today, it's from the identity that you have given to yourself. Now, if you have not even thought about who you are, the identity that you operate, someone else is going to make that decision for you. You will just find yourself operating in ways that you don't even understand or can't explain why you're doing what you're doing, confused and frustrated, right? So it's important to be and to understand, to gain an awareness of who you are. Then you will be able to operate. Everything that you do will be from that identity, right? So that is your daily actions, your habits, words will reflect your belief systems. Daily actions, habits, and your words, they will reflect your belief systems. See the connection. You see the order, why the order is important. It starts from the top down. Everything gets passed from top, but most of us, we want to start from the middle, which is live, right? And then we expect to have, right? So you don't live to prove who you are. Don't make that mistake. Never ever live to prove who you are, but rather you live to express who you already are. Don't ever make the mistake to prove who you are, not to your spouse, not to your family members, not to your friends, not to your bosses. Right? Live to express who you already are. But you have to know who you are, or somebody else will make that decision for you. In your workplace, they will make those decisions for you. That certificate, that degree that you hold, it'll make that decision for you. I'm an engineer. Well, go focus on engineering. Even though you hate it, you come to a point where you say, I don't like doing this anymore. But you will continue to do that because you are not changing who you are, not willing to change that identity. Right. And then a practical tip with doing this involves now your routines, your decisions that you make, systems that you set up in your business that will match your new identity. So I call myself a businessman, right? As part of my philosophy. Then that identity, I begin to live from that identity. I will sound like a businessman. I will do things that businessmen are expected to do. I will get results that true businessmen get. I will put in some time. 80% of my time, I will focus on myself, on changing me. Because I understand that if I change me, my business will change. If I grow my mind, my business will grow. But as long as you are not there yet, this order will not make sense to you. Right. Now let's move on to the have. The one that we all get excited about. Right. Some of us, we want to start here. This is like, okay, we want to start and finish here. That's it. I just want to have things. Right. So the having, it speaks to the results that come from the being and living, which is the action. Remember, it says in Mark 9, verse 23, everything is possible to those who believe. Now, the having speaks to that the possible things that you will have. Once you know who you are, you live from that identity, then you begin to have or produce from who you are. Having is the outcome of being and living in alignment. Having is the outcome of being and living in alignment. Right. And when you go through this order of being, you understand who you are. You have an awareness of who you are. Automatically, even the thoughts that come to you, they change. Whatever thought you filter out, those negative thoughts, you are able to filter them out based on who you say you are. But most of us, we can't even reach that far. Any thought that comes, it just sticks Your brain is like, oh yeah, even the negative thoughts. Yep, this person, I'm in your mind. This person is like this. Yep, yep. Well, they don't even know who they are, so bring it all in. But once you have an understanding of who you are, your mind will begin to filter those thoughts, because you will now be rooted in thoughts that are based on who you say you are. We go as far as whose you are, right? And then your actions will then follow according to who you say you are. Yeah, a typical example is somebody who's lazy. You know, I refrain from speaking words like, I'm having a lazy day. Man, I'm lazy today. I am lazy today. I've already put in for that day, or I am tired. Man, I'm so tired today. I've already put an identity for that day upon myself. And what follows after that, the decisions that I'm going to take on that day, they will be evident based on what I called myself to be that time. And every thought that I said, every word that I spoke will be evident, right? Every action that I take will speak to the identity that I declared upon myself. That's very powerful. We are always operating this way, right? So just wake up one morning and say, I am the greatest, and today I'm gonna produce amazing results. And I'm a businessman full of quality, excellence. Anything and everything, I do it with utmost excellence. I am favored, I am restored. You say all these things. Watch how your day is gonna look like. But again, this is now all dependent on what whatever it is that you're saying. What does it find in your mind? Do you believe it or not? So even in your identity, if you wake up one day, you say, oh, well, I'm a prince today, or I'm a businessman, I'm the greatest businessman, but you don't believe it, you will see it in the results. So that means that's just showing you that you have to start believing what you're saying. Or that thought that says, yes, you are a businessman, you have to believe it. You have to believe it. Like I said, in the next video, I'll show you how to remove some of these thoughts, right? So, in having an example here would be, you can't plant a mango seed and expect apples, basically. Your identity will always determine the fruit. The identity always determines the fruit. Like I said, I'm a businessman. Or rather, we can say, I'm not cut out for this, I think. Right? But you keep working on your business and you're expecting by some miracle to see millions in your accounts, clients flooding to you. You said you are not cut out. So you've taken that and you are believing it. And that is also attached to your emotion. So which amplifies the whole thing. And now you also do that with your actions, your activities. You are disorganized. You don't prioritize. There's no order in your business. That is stamped even more. Right? So all of this, if you want to have more, if you want your business to be successful, you need to move in this order. Not to start from the second part and then to the first part. No, it won't work. Move in the correct order. So I really hope this helped you and it actually enlightened you on how everything and anything that you're believing for, whether it's your business, your marriage, your whatever it may be first. That directly speaks to God, to your identity. That directly, it's your mindset, it's your belief system, it's your alignment to the truth about you. Just be first. Then after you be somebody, you're compelled to do according to who you are, then results can't run away from you anymore. And that's what, for me, I've defined what believe is. So it's not just a word that we just, as kingdom entrepreneurs, as Christian entrepreneurs, as any other, as entrepreneurs, as business leaders, as CEOs, you just, yeah, no, I believe. No, no, it's an active word. It's actually alive. So I hope this helps you and gets you prepared for your seven-figure business success. See you on the next video.